He received the blessings of the sacred tooth relic to successfully implement his Mahinda Chintana extended version. Central Chief Minister Sarath Eknayaka and several parliamentarians were present. Many devotees present received the blessings of the President. After paying homage at the Sri Daladaha Maligava, the President received the blessings of the Mahanayakas. He called on the Malvatta Mahanayaka, the most venerable Tibbatuave Sri Sumangala Thera, and clarified his future initiatives. Thereafter, he called on the Asgiriya Mahanayaka, the most venerable Udugama Sri Buddharakita Thera. The President also received the blessings of the Anunayaka, the venerable Galagama Attadasi Thera. President Rajapaksa visited the Aramaya of the Anunayaka of the Malvatta chapter, the Venerable Niyangoda Vijita Thera and Dimbulkumure Vimala Dhamma Thera, to secure their blessings. He then went to Rajopavanarama temple at Gatambe in Kandy and presented a copy of the Mahinda Chintana extended version to the Venerable Kappetiyagoda Siri Vimala Thera. He chanted Sat Pirith and blessed the President. The prelate said that the results clearly displayed the trust the people had placed in the President. More world leaders have congratulated President Rajapaksa for his resounding victory in the presidential polls. Bangladesh sent a congratulatory message to the President for being re-elected for another term of office. The elections had further strengthened the friendly ties between the two countries. The President of Bangladesh in the message pointed out that the Sri Lankans have expressed their gratitude for the security and freedom enthroned by President Rajapaksa. President Sailu Rahman said they will be extending their fullest support to the President's vision of ensuring a bright future for Sri Lanka. Russian President Dmitry Medvedev in another message said he was confident that the Sri Lankan President would succeed in developing his country. He was also confident that the political and social issues presented by President Rajapaksa in his manifesto could be resolved without any obstacles. Russia and Sri Lanka maintain close friendly ties for more than 50 years. The Russian President is optimistic that the two countries would succeed in firming up the friendly ties in the years to come. The Election Secretariat has dismissed opposition allegations that the government and the election staff had manipulated the results of the Tuesday's presidential polls. The President received a resounding victory at the polls conducted on Tuesday. The majority of votes polled by him was in the region of 1.8 million. However, certain leaders in the opposition camp said that the results which had been prepared through computers had been distorted. However, retired top civil servant Bandula Kulatunga, now a consultant of the Election Secretariat, has told the Island newspaper that counting of the ballot papers were done manually, though computers too were used in the process. According to him, the use of computers is in addition to manual counting. He said it would not have been possible to manipulate the results and that the election staff had also allowed recounts. Referring to the news conference of the Elections Commissioner on Friday prior to the presidential election, Mr. Kulatunga said every possible measure have been adopted to ensure a free and fair election. The elections chief urged political parties not to make foolish excuses after losing the elections. Mr. Kulatunga emphasized that results of each counting center had been made available to the counting agents of the 3 top candidates who obtained the highest number of votes at a particular center.
වෙනත් ඡන්ද විමසීම් වලට වඩා වෙනස් වූ ආකාරයකින් සෑම ඡන්ද ගණන් කරන ශාලාවකම ප්‍රතිඵල කාබනයිස් පේපර් එක සකස් කරලා.
Meanwhile, releasing the final result of the presidential polls, the elections chief said that he succeeded in taking every possible effort to ensure the conduct of a free and fair poll. You're watching news on Prime TV, and in other local stories, Major General Daya Ratnayaka has been appointed Chief of Staff of the Army with immediate effect. Major General Daya Ratnayaka played a pivotal role for a long period in the operations launched in the north and east. He was also one time the media spokesman of the army. He made a vital contribution in the operations to liberate the east from the terrorists. He gave a strong leadership to the eastern operations. After the east was totally liberated, Brigadier Ratnayaka was promoted as Major General. The Major General, who was a commander when the operations were staged in Vakare and Thoppigala, headed the 23rd Division. Prior to his new appointment, Major General Daya Ratnayaka was the Director General for the rehabilitation of former LTTE cadres. While mooting a comprehensive program to rehabilitate LTTE cadres, Major General Ratnayaka served as head of the Sri Lanka Artillery Force. He has been appointed as Chief of Staff of the Army on the recommendations of the Defence Secretary. 56 more LTTE cadres who had undergone rehabilitation have been handed over to their parents. Many LTTE cadres during the humanitarian operation period ditched the LTTE outfit and gave themselves up to the security forces. The government launched a program to rehabilitate them and assure bright prospects for their future. They underwent rehabilitation at the Navasekapura Rehabilitation Centre at Valikanda. After being rehabilitated for 1 year, these LTTE cadres were entrusted to their parents. The initiative took place under the patronage of Major General R.M.D. Ratnayaka, the Rehabilitation Commissioner General. Sri Lankans are now reaping the dividends of peace achieved due to the prudent leadership of President Mahinda Rajapaksa. Local as well as foreign tourists who had been deprived of visiting place of religious and historic interest in the past are now able to visit every corner of the country. The Lahugala National Park and the Kumana Bird Sanctuary are being reopened for the public. These were shut down in the past due to terrorist activities and totally barred for the public. However, with the elimination of terrorism, the government has decided to reopen these national parks for local as well as foreign tourists. All necessary facilities will be accorded to the visitors. The reopening of these sanctuaries was due to take place today under the patronage of Minister Patali Champika Ranawaka. Government has drawn up plans to increase the public charity allowance extended to destitute families. The present payment mode is only 100 rupees. Deputy Minister Lionel Premasiri said the government will increase this to 1,000 rupees. The desire of the program is to improve the living standards of about 350,000 persons receiving public assistance. He said the President had already issued the relevant instructions to make arrangements for this increase. The proposal to hike the allowance will be made at the forthcoming budget. The Dayata Kirula exhibition will be held next month in Kandy. The government is finalizing all arrangements for the conduct of this mega exhibition next month. The venue will be the International Buddhist Center premises at Pallekele in Kandy. The exhibition premises spans about 60 acres. The exhibition will kick off on the 4th of next month, Sri Lanka's Independence Day. It is due to be staged till the 10th of next month. Minister Ranjit Siamalapritiya visited the location to inspect the work that is already in progress. 25 countries will also be participating in the exhibition. The minister said there will be 1,000 exhibition stalls. There will be an opportunity for school children and the staff to visit the exhibition free of charge. That wraps the local segment of the news. Foreign news is up next on Prime World.